Apple just lost one of the greatest lawsuits in tech history, meaning that Apple users no longer have to pay the 30% Apple tax, and it's all thanks to Fortnite. Because 5 years ago, Epic and their CEO Tim Sweeney decided to pull Fortnite away from Apple because they thought that Apple was abusing their power as the main provider of phones across the US to charge 30% on every V-Bucks purchase. And they literally lost hundreds of millions of dollars just so that a few years ago they could win the lawsuit where Apple would let apps have their own landing pages outside of Apple's ecosystem so they could purchase stuff without paying the 30% tax. But there was a catch, because now, even though you were allowed to do that, none of the apps were allowed to promote it or even talk about it. Which means that in the grand scheme of things, nothing changed, but the court just ruled against Apple again and is now forcing them to let apps and developers promote their landing pages. Meaning that not only will you no longer have to pay the 30% tax that Apple takes every time you make a purchase, but on top of that, Epic and Tim Sweeney have decided that they're gonna put Fortnite back in the App Store as soon as this week.